Hi everyone, we have news that could potentially impact SM Prime and its projects and its earnings, not just now, but for the long term. So if you want to know more what's happening or what could hit SM Prime, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Gurmo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about the stock market, and this time news that could impact what the stock or where the stock would possibly go in the future. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and I hope you stay till the end because the juiciest parts, the questions that I will ask will be up until the end. So enjoy the rest of the video. So let's get into the meat of all of this. Please remember that whatever happens in the news, whatever news item that could potentially impact listed companies, their projects, their earnings, regardless if it's connected to politics or the government or whatever items that are there, it could, number one, dampen sentiment, but not just dampen sentiment. We have to actually see if there will be a hit in terms of how the fundamentals will be as well. So I'll start with the news first. Number one, there was a news item that started this just I think yesterday. The item was basically this. Duterte said that there will be no reclamation in Manila Bay while he is president. He said it specifically not in his term. And just to give you context for those who are not following the story of all of this is that the National Reclamation Authority, if I got the authority right, already approved around 10,000 plus hectares worth of reclamation divided into 25 plus projects. They were already approved to move forward, but again, since the president has the power to either approve or also cause it not to push forward, hence the news item that we have as well. So please remember, there's been a very, very, very large project plans to reclaim portions of the Manila Bay, the Pasay area, the Parañaque area, all the way up to Navotas. And the reason why I'm making this video is this is centered heavily on the SM Prime SM/reclamation project. A lot of people were so excited about this because again, this will be a very, very good upside for SM Prime, for SM, should this continue. Why? Please remember, as of this point in time, the entire Bay Area has a very, very expensive price per square meter already. It rivals what you see in BGC, it rivals in what you see in Manila Bay. Then you add the Pogo industry, then you add all of the casinos there, then you add the notion that since it's reclaimed, they cannot put a very, very high height of buildings or towers there. It means in general that, hey, if you cannot put a high volume of towers in that particular area, then it actually means that the price per square meter for that five-story building, 10-story building should be more expensive as compared to the possibility of land building 50 stories here in Bonifacio Global City. So that's the main context, that's the main narrative into all of this. So please remember, this dampens their plan to actually have a larger upside. Gives them the ability to make more. Please remember, because of the reclamation, they could have built more commercial centers, more business districts, more malls, more residential condos, which will help their bottom line as well. So a lot of people, a lot of investors have already pegged that in because it was a sure thing that SM Prime should be valued this much because of the reclamation project. But anyways, let me show you how the prices reacted based on this disclosure. This was in the below the first 30 minutes of trading in the PSEI. I think this was around 9:47 a.m. So as you all know, for those who are new to the stock market, the morning has a lot of volatility, but the price volume always happens in the afternoon. But you're seeing this movement based on the reaction of how investors are seeing. And please remember, price discounts everything. This is how the 30-minute chart look like as well. If you look at the last part of the candle, last part of the chart, the lower right area, you see a large drop already. You see a gap down. Normally gap downs happen when people are pricing in something at a much lower area, when people who hold the stock also want want to escape at whatever price possible. But in the same way, those who want to buy the stock weren't willing to buy it at a higher price, hence the gap down, hence the stock being lower today than where it was as compared to last Friday as well. This is how it looks like from a daily chart. So this is a 30-minute chart. This is how the daily chart would look like. For those who followed the stocks by request that I posted, I think it was yesterday. I said that SM Prime was in a midterm uptrend that started around October last year. The thing about that is this: if it if there's still a downward move up until the end of the day, I'll try to make another video to follow up this now. But if there's a continuous downward move up until the end of the day, and you see this upward trend line, this is the notion of its upward movement. If it does not come back here around the 42 level area, we have a perspective that, hey, this midterm uptrend might be broken and it may now move sideways. As you can see also in the 40 level, you have some sort of buying happening. That sort of buying happening is what's protecting the stock as well. So this is your support, this is your resistance. Should it continue to move, you might see it start to oscillate and move sideways in that direction as well. So couple of things, the midterm uptrend might be done just because of this move. It may go sideways, but if the 40 peso level may not hold, you may see it slide down lower. So questions that we need to ask, or questions that you as an investor need to know and need to ask by yourself as well. How will SM Prime react to all of this? What will they do? How resilient will they be based on this news? Will they, since it's already approved, will they make a notion for it to push further? Will there be something, or if this is really not gonna happen, will they have other items in their plans that will cause people to still buy them as well? Please remember, this is not the first time that we've seen listed companies be affected based on what the president is actually saying. You've already seen it in PhilWeb, you've already seen it in ABS-CBN, and then the latest movements on DMC, MPI, and Manila Water is also predicated on that as well. So I don't know. Questions that you could also ask is basically this: since the elections is just more than, it's 2020 now, the elections will be May 2022. We are just 2+ years away from the election. Then you, of course, next year, you could probably peg that campaigning will already start next year. So the focus already will be on those things. So will SM Prime just wait? That will they fight this, or will they just wait up until the election happens to see who will be the next president, and to see if the next president will actually approve this reclamation project? Or if they don't approve this reclamation project, whoever wins will he be someone who will continue what Duterte is doing, that will disapprove it? So that's something. What's interesting about where we are right now is that we are in 2020. If this happened in 2017, it will be harder for a lot of those listed companies to wait and see what will actually happen. Since we are just around 2 years left, I think this is something that investors can wait out. This is something that SM Prime also can wait out just to see what will happen. But another question that I want to pose into all of you: will the stock drop? Will, like this parachute person parachuting, will it somehow, some way drop further? Will this be the start of it pushing much lower in terms of price action? Please remember also, and for those who've been watching most of my videos from last year, I mentioned that one of the things that's pulling the index, or at least supporting the index, that we are not falling, is basically because of what's happening on number one, SM and SM Prime. You have to remember from last year, the Ayala stocks were down. I've been saying this over and over and over from an index perspective. BDO, Ayala Corp, Ayala Land, SM Prime, and SM are the heavyweights in the index. What happens to them will pull the index either higher or lower. I've mentioned it last year that the Ayala stocks were really doing so well, but it was SM who was trying to pull the index together. Will this be something that will cause the index to actually tether down and not do as much anymore? Or will SM be able to weather the storm, or will other stocks also pull up because of this? Please remember, the index is close to the 7.7 support right now. If the 7.7 support will not hold, you may expect it to see some downward pushes lower as well. So yun lang. I hope you guys got a lot from all of this. For those who want to know more about all of the charts, all of the macro that I've been talking about, all of the fundamentals also that I've been sharing, I'd just like to invite you again, Stock Smarts Manila, which will be this March, Stock Smarts Taiwan this February, and all of the other events. They're all in the description box below. April in London, May I will be in Singapore and Doha, Qatar, June I will be in Auckland, July I will be in Sydney, then November we will have Dubai and Tokyo. So all of the details, all of the countries are in the description box. These are for people who want to learn more on technicals and fundamentals, who want to also learn from a classroom setting as well. And as you all know, links to the books are in the description as well for those who want to order them online. So just to end, I just want to say this. Please remember, let's not just base our decisions just on the news. It has to be holistically based on how does this news affect the fundamentals of the stock? Is it something that will cause the company to lose earnings? Does it dampen its growth over the next few years? Is it something also that will cause the company that, hey, because things are not doing so well, because this news item is not so positive, it may cause the stock to further go down? Or on the flip side as well, is this something that from a tech standpoint will cause the uptrend to be over? Is this something that will cause it to reverse into a downtrend? Those are the questions that you need to ask. And a lot of people are saying, should I buy, should I sell? Please remember, these are things that you should define on your own. These are things that, based on your own analysis, based on your own strategy, based on your own parameters, should you actually get out based on the parameters that you have set. Because at the end of the day, you should not listen to what I say, you should not listen to what other people should say. The reason why you are trading and buying stocks in the market should be based on your own unique strategy, because we all have our own buy and sell parameters. It has to be you who should define what should cause you to buy. It has to be you who should define what should be your buy and sell signals for the stock as well. So SM Prime, this may not be good news for the short term for them. I don't know if this will drag into the long term, but the decision for you to buy and sell should be something based on the parameters that you've set. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.